The security guard angrily throws water on the delivery girl and says firmly, "Girl, you come here and lie in front of this door every single day. Get out of here." At that moment, the boss arrives. The security guard replies respectfully, "Yes, ma'am." The boss then turns to her secretary and says urgently, "Help this girl up immediately." The secretary grabs the delivery girl by the arm and helps her stand up. The boss looks at the security guard and asks seriously, "What is going on here?" The security guard replies frustratedly, "Ma'am, you're finally back. Ever since you left on your business trip, this girl has been coming to our company entrance every day and lying here. I've tried countless times to make her leave, but she refuses." The boss says angrily, "Couldn't you have spoken to her politely? She's a young woman. Why were you throwing water on her in this cold weather? What if she got sick?" The security guard replies defensively, "She's been driving me crazy. She bothers me every day." The boss responds firmly, "Even so, you should have treated her with respect. I'll deal with you later. Leave now." Then the boss turns to the delivery girl and asks gently, "Why do you come here every day?" The delivery girl replies sadly, "I'm looking for my boyfriend. His name is David." The boss asks shockedly, "Are you telling the truth?" The girl answers honestly, "Yes, ma'am." Suddenly, the secretary says skeptically, "What are you talking about? David is our boss's boyfriend and they're getting married soon." The delivery girl responds quickly, "I'm not lying. David really is my boyfriend. If you don't believe me, call him. I can talk to him right in front of you." The secretary asks suspiciously, "Do you have any proof?" The delivery girl replies confidently, "Yes, I have photos of David and me on my phone. I can show you." The secretary quickly takes the phone and checks it. Sure enough, there are pictures of the girl and David together. The boss takes the phone and asks seriously, "Are you absolutely sure he's your boyfriend?" The delivery girl replies firmly, "Yes, I've been looking for him for an entire month. He won't meet me, answer my calls, or respond to my messages." The boss says reassuringly, "Don't worry, I'll find out the truth." She immediately calls David. As soon as David answers, he says cheerfully, "Hey, how are you? Wait, listen to me for a second." David continues excitedly, "My car is too small. I want to buy a bigger SUV. Can you get one for me?" The boss replies affectionately, "Whatever you want, I'll give it to you." David says happily, "You're amazing, so why did you call me?" The boss says seriously, "Come to the office immediately." David replies casually, "I'm on my way." Then the boss tells the delivery girl kindly, "This isn't the right place to talk. Let's go to my office." The boss walks inside and the delivery girl picks up her bag and follows. Once they reach the office, the boss says politely, "Sit down and tell me everything." The delivery girl begins sadly, "David and I grew up together. We enrolled in the same university, but his family was struggling financially, so I gave up my education so he could continue his." She continues emotionally, "I delivered food, drove taxis, and even worked labor jobs. I worked incredibly hard and saved money so he could finish school." She adds painfully, "Then my mother became seriously ill and I needed money. I asked David for help, but he refused." The delivery girl continues disappointedly, "Later, he told me that if I completed a company project for him, I would receive a $10,000 reward." She says exhaustedly, "I worked day and night and completed the project, but after that, he disappeared." The boss asks curiously, "You said you never finished university. How were you able to create such a professional project?" The delivery girl replies modestly, "Even though I couldn't attend university full-time, I never stopped learning. I studied every day after work and eventually enrolled in an open university program." The boss asks thoughtfully, "Which company project did you work on? Do you still have the file?" The delivery girl looks around and suddenly notices a project file on the desk. She points at it and says confidently, "That one." The boss laughs disbelievingly, "That's impossible. That's one of our company's most important new product projects." The delivery girl says firmly, "I really created it." The boss says stunnedly, "That project carried a $100,000 bonus. This morning I personally approved the transfer of that money into David's account." The delivery girl replies earnestly, "I really did create that project. Since that day, David hasn't spoken to me once and he never paid me any bonus." The boss says thoughtfully, "Don't worry. If you truly created the project, then we'll find out why you never received the money. The truth will come out today." The delivery girl replies sincerely, "Ma'am, I'm telling the truth. David had me create the project, but he never paid me a single dollar and completely cut off contact." The boss says determinedly, "If David has been dishonest, I'm going to ask him exactly why he claimed your work as his own." The delivery girl replies helplessly, "I don't know why he did it." Just then, David walks into the office and says playfully, "Baby, why did you call me here so urgently? Were you missing me?" The boss responds seriously, "First, look at this girl. Do you know her?" David glances at the delivery girl and replies nervously, "No, I don't know her." The boss asks sternly, "Are you sure?" David replies firmly, "Absolutely. I've never seen her before in my life." The boss places the project file in front of him and asks calmly, "Who created this project?" David answers immediately, "I did. My name is right there on the file." The boss smiles knowingly, "Really? This project earned a $100,000 bonus. Did you receive the money?" David replies proudly, "Yes, I did, and I've already spent it." The boss says testingly, "This afternoon I have an important meeting. If you really created this project, explain its details and key features without looking at the file." David's face instantly turns pale. He starts speaking awkwardly and stumbles over his words. At that moment, the delivery girl says confidently, "I can explain every detail of that project without looking at it." The boss nods approvingly. "Go ahead." The delivery girl explains the entire project smoothly, including the market research, benefits, features, and technical details. Now the boss is completely convinced that she is the true creator. The boss glares at David and says angrily, "I'm asking you one last time. Who created this project? Did this girl really make it? Tell the truth." She continues sternly, "I trusted you, but now everything about this situation looks suspicious." The boss adds seriously, "If you tell the truth now, things may still be easier for you." She continues warningly, "But if you keep lying, you'll leave me no choice." The boss says firmly, "This is your last opportunity to be honest." She finishes coldly, "Think carefully before you answer." David replies defensively, "You're taking the word of a stranger over mine? Don't you know me? I've been with you all this time." The boss responds furiously, furiously. You still don't have the courage to admit the truth? She continues angrily. You told her she'd only received $10,000 while I paid you $100,000. The boss says disgustedly. You took advantage of her years of sacrifice, hard work, and love. She adds outragedly. You stole her project, took her money, and abandoned her. The boss asks sharply. How can someone be so heartless? David replies stubbornly. You're accusing me for no reason. I don't even know her. The boss says coldly. You've become completely shameless. You're lying right to my face. David insists desperately. Believe whatever you want. I don't know her. I love you. The boss responds decisively. I know the truth now. Get out of here immediately. Then she turns to the delivery girl and says warmly, starting today, you're taking David's position and you'll receive every dollar connected to this project. David shouts angrily, you're giving my job to her. You're going to regret this decision. The boss replies firmly, I'm grateful I discovered what kind of person you really are before marrying you. You almost caused me a huge mistake. Now get out.